everyone, I'm Mindy and welcome to my channel. In tonight's video, I'm going to be introducing you to a brand new machine from Gina Designs. That is right, I said a brand new machine. And this is the Intri-Cut Die Cutting and Embossing Machine. So in this video, I'm going to give you a rundown quick of the brand new release because I didn't get a chance to use everything tonight. I'm also going to show you the main key points of the Intri-Cut Die Cutting and Embossing Machine, and I'm going to make a quick card with it. Now, like I said, I'm going to jump in and show you the brand new release really quick in case there's something here that interests you, and then I will get into more details about the die cut machine. The first thing I want to show you is the Crescent Mandala plate. Now this I will be using in my card project today. The next product is the Shaker Tags Die Set. So this is going to create a shaker card. You have your main tag die there. Then you have this more rectangle die you can use to die cut out a window or more of a square design to create a shaker tag. Lots of fun for not only the holiday season but also for birthdays. Then we have Snow Much Love, beautiful snowflake set with these snowflakes and sentiments. Coordinating dies, of course, available. Then there is Sunshine and Rainbows, adorable set where these solid pieces fit into the outline image. Great sentiments, also coordinating dies for the sentiments and the images that you can purchase separately. This next set is super versatile. It is called Handmade Holidays. Now, this one makes me laugh because I've seen people asking for a stamp that said handmade. Your wish has been granted. So there are a few different designs on here. Plus, it has a sentiment for all your holiday needs and coordinating dies that you can purchase separately for this stamp set. Next is Beautiful Baskets 2. So this one also coordinates with Beautiful Baskets 1. This one has more of detailed lines in the basket. So there is a separate die to purchase for the baskets. This die set goes with the additional images that are on this one. So there's lots of things you can fill all your baskets with. Here we have Sending You a Smile, and I cannot wait to color up these images. They are gorgeous images and sentiments. Coordinating dies for the large images and also the sentiment smile. Then there is the Glorious Goldfinch. So this one has a couple blooms, sentiments, and birds. I also had actually stamped this one out and was playing around with coloring in the birds. So I do plan on using these on a card. I was just having some fun experimenting with different color combinations. And then there's Friendship Blooms. Now, I love this kind of modern oval type of shape. Now, keep in mind, you can use the coordinating die for that for different elements on your card. It doesn't always have to match up with the stamped image. This is the Vintage Holiday Stamp Set. I love the vintage look of all of these, the beautiful sentiments, a to and from coordinating die you can get separately. And then we work on the incentive sets. So this is the Kindness Silhouettes Stamp Set. So this particular stamp set you can get for free if you order the Intri-Cut Die Cutting Machine separately from your order. So if you place an order for this and then place a separate order for the release, you are going to get that Kindness Silhouettes stamp set for free with your die cut machine. Then they also have the Best Friends Forever stamp set. Now, this is the regular incentive for the month. So if you place a $75 or more order with Gina Designs, you will get this stamp set free. Now, you could get 2 stamp sets for free here. If you have a regular order that adds up to $75 or more, you'll get this for free. If you order the die cut machine on its own separate order, you will get another stamp set in that order. That is just something I know that Gina is recommending, so it's easier for the shipping department. And then there is the white poly glaze sheets. Now, I know these have been much anticipated. I did not get a chance to use these today, but you use these with the leftover foil that you have from your previous poly glaze sheets. So that'll give you white in the background instead of the black toner sheets. And I will have more on this on another video. Now we can dive into the Intri-Cut Die Cutting and Embossing Machine. So this is a look with the handle attached. The handle is actually going to be in the drawer compartment when you open it up. On the side, you're going to have some dials for 2D and 3D embossing. and also a spot for die cutting. And then you're going to have a dial to fine tune everything so you can tighten or loosen the rollers. Now, I think this is super genius because you can go ahead, pick your dial setting that you need for your project, and then you can fine tune it. Now, I'm going to apologize because I don't know what's going on with my white balance and my camera right here, but I'm going to give you a side shot. This is the true color of the dials. So they are more of that bluish turquoise color. For some reason, my front camera, my face down camera, I should say, is giving it more of a mint green, but it is truly, this is the color of your dials. So here I'm just showing you all you need to do is turn your dials to what you need for your crafting project, and then you can fine tune it. I do recommend that once you find that perfect setting, that sweet spot, to go ahead and make yourself a little cheat sheet so you don't have to fiddle around with it for the next time. Now, when you're opening this, you just open up the doors that are on the side. They fold up, they fold down, and you're going to notice here that there is a gap. You are going to need to push that in, and then your platform is secure, and you will need to do that on both sides. Now, when you do that, there are suction cups on the bottom and they have super grip. I am trying to wiggle this right now. It is not going anywhere. So once you put that platform down, it is suctioned down to your station. Now, also in this platform are these little doors, and this is actually where your handle is. So you can place some little tools. You can take this die cutting machine on the go. Super handy, and both of them have that door. Now, when you want to move this, you just pull out those platforms and then you can fold it up, and then you can move your die cut machine around and put it off on the side or take it on the go. You will be getting a manual, and I do highly suggest looking through this manual once you get it. It actually says in here to take the handle out of the drawer, which I didn't know at first. I was just very anxious when I first got mine, but it does show you the different parts. It shows you the material you can use, and it shows you the different sandwiches. So I actually keep it folded open to this page, and I just tuck this onto my desk somewhere so that I always have it for reference. So I have been testing this machine out for a little while, so my cutting mat is pretty loved right now. Not too bad, but it's a very different type of cutting mat. It's not a complete plate, but I do see it's almost like a self-healing type of mat. You can see I don't have any bowing going on. I just need the cutting mat and the base, which is 6x9. So it's going to be great for your longer embossing folders. Let's say you have some from Spellbinders. I know has the larger size of embossing folders. So I am going to take this very intricate die and I'm going to place it face down onto my cardstock. So it's going to cut down into my cutting mat. Then I'm placing the platform on top. You can do either or. Now I am going to make sure that my dial is correct. I have it on die cut, and I'm going to leave it at the 0 mark right in the middle for now. If I need to fine tune it to adjust it for maybe just a little bit tighter or a little bit looser, I can do that. But I left it at 0 and I found that this die cut out beautifully. So it is going to tell you the different sandwiches in there. You just want to make sure that you're cutting into the cutting mat. It doesn't matter if you have the mat on top or the bottom. It's going to cut beautifully each time, but you just want to make sure you're always cutting into the mat. Now, just to show you a couple other things, I grabbed one of the snowflake embossing folders from Gina. I'm placing in here some layering weight white cardstock. I'm going to reference the guide that is in the instruction booklet. And for that, it says I need the platform, the embossing folder, and my cutting mat. So I am going to adjust this to the middle setting, which is for 2D embossing. And if you want to try some letter press with your, I think it's your dies. I've never actually done that, I don't think, but it does have that option on there. And then I can run this through. Now the handle is very easy grip. It runs through very smoothly. So here we have a beautifully embossed design. Now this is the Gina K Designs embossing folders, which are 2D. So it's not super thick, and you can see we got some beautiful results. Now I want to show you really quick a 3D embossing folder. This one happens to be another snowflake one. It is from Simon Says Stamp. I know theirs are super thick and they provide some great detail. So I am going to turn my dial to the 3D embossing folder. Now for this sandwich, you just need your base plate and the embossing folder. You can always fine tune it, which I believe I do. Now, if you ever find you're running this through and you're struggling to get it to go through, do not force it in your machine. Try a different level, whether it's a 2D, 3D, you can change your setting. Here, I wanted it to give more of an impression, so I am tightening the rollers. You push the knob in and you turn it. So that's what you need to do to adjust your settings. We have a tightening and a loosening. I pushed the knob in, turned it a little bit more to tighten my rollers. So I actually ran this cardstock through about 3 times until I got it to the setting that I wanted. And I got a beautiful impression out of this. Now I am going to make a quick card with the Crescent Mandala that I die cut out. So I'm going to trim some layering weight cardstock down to about the same size. And I'm just going to ink blend a rainbow. I haven't done a rainbow in quite a while. So I'm going to use Gina's inks and blending brushes to create a rainbow for my background. I think it was red velvet, sweet mango. I'll be using wild dandelion, key lime, and let's see, maybe some turquoise sea, and I'll have to look up the other color. But a couple things I did want to mention with the Intri-Cut Die Cut Machine. I have experimented. It does work with the letterpress, better press plates from Spellbinders, and it does also work with hot foiling. I did not have time to show you today all of those because honestly, it overwhelms me to do so much in one video. So things like that I will be doing in separate videos and breaking it down a little bit more. But I did want to let you know you can do all of those things with this Intri-Cut Die Cut Machine. The Crescent Mandala, I can really change in any orientation. I do like it having so it is going to be kind of starting on the left-hand side. I am going to be adding some liquid glue to the back of this and then also just kind of around those areas of the mandala. Make sure that it is really going to adhere well to the front of the card panel. And then I can go ahead and add that to my ink blended background. This just makes me so happy. I love making rainbows with Gina's inks. They are just gorgeous. And since it is a little bit smaller than an A2 size card front, it's going to leave me a really nice white margin. So I have a card base I created from heavyweight cardstock. I'm going to pop up my panel with some foam tape, and then I can center that on the front of my card. So this is just looking gorgeous, very simple, but you can see how absolutely gorgeous the die cut machine did with that intricate die cutting panel. Now for a sentiment, I am going to be using, was it Rainbow and Sunshine? Sunshine and Rainbows. It's something like that. I picked out a sentiment from there, and I'm going to just condition that by rubbing my hand over it to remove any residue left over from the manufacturer. And then I'm going to stamp that down in the black onyx ink. So I will be using the coordinating die to die cut out my sentiment. I'll die cut out another one from this white panel and layer them together with liquid glue. Then I can add this to the front of my card project. I'm going to have it kind of overhang on the right-hand side just a little bit. And in case you missed it, this sentiment reads, "Sending you sunshine and rainbows," which I just thought worked out perfectly with my rainbow ink blended background. And of course, I couldn't help but embellish this. So I'm using the clear quartz sequins, which is my favorite mix from Gina. And I'm going to add 3 up top and 2 down below. Now, I know there's probably going to be tons of questions about the machine. I know Gina is going to have a very thorough video going over everything, and I will definitely recommend referencing that. I'm going to be playing with this. I'm going to be doing more things with this machine in different videos. I just need to separate them out to be able to kind of keep things clear for me as well. I will have all of my supplies for my card project today listed down below in the video description and over on my blog. I'm also going to link out the new release, including a new layering stencil that I did not have yet. So I will link all of that down below as well. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. You are definitely going to be seeing this machine more in my future videos. Thanks again, and see you soon.